My system acting crazy as hell this morning. Oh, change symbol. Change symbol to what? There we go. We're in there. What up, fam? What up, Brody? What up, Brody? Oh, yeah. Boy, that West Coast 4 in the morning hit different when you be on the East Coast, Midwest. All right, we in there. What up, family? What's up, beautiful people? How you doing? How your mama doing? How your daddy doing? How your cousins doing? I hope everybody's doing amazing this morning. I hope everybody's doing amazing this morning. I'm at the VA with wifey, man. Got a good feeling her. Damn, Zeus. Sending prayers up, bro. Sending big prayers up. Big prayers. Big prayers. Man, I've been up since I fell asleep reading my daughter. For those who were trading with us last night, I fell asleep reading my daughter's books last night. I said, damn. I woke up. I was sleeping in the middle of my girls. One of the best feelings ever. Yeah, the market's running crazy. The market is really crazy. What up, cuz? What up, cuz? What up, cuz? Yeah, the market going crazy as hell. The market is going crazy as hell. So let's take a look at it. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see what we got going on. Wow, I need to wake up. I did a box open. I got the package last night, and I did a box opening thing this morning. And so I was like, I had to wait till the house was quiet to do it. So I woke up like 1:30, 2 o'clock. Finally, around about 2:30, I started doing it. And then all of a sudden, I started watching Peaky Blinders. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Peaky Blinders, but I started watching this as I've been traveling. And man, I didn't got stuck on it. Fire for red. What are you talking about? Wait. Said I bought 2 down days of holding off a little for my long term. I like it. So let's get into it. Back to the basics. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn the notification bell on so when I do go live, you get it as well. YouTube will be it seems like it's a little delayed this morning. But it's all gravy. Let's change the music. I need some funk this morning.
Imagine being able to build.
I need some funk this morning.
Thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Early light across the floor. No applause behind the door. Read the line, shoulder square. I begin from what is there. No dramatic pivot turn. No crash and burn to earn. Just calibrated in a sight.
If the music's too loud, let me know. Yes, Jose. That's what I said. 1,000 push-ups. Yeah, man. I mean, I saw the movie. There's a movie out, like Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man. So there's a movie out. So I watched the movie, and then I thought, man, I've been seeing this is like a series, and I never literally click on it because I don't watch series. I barely even watch TV, you know. Yeah, I need a little help this morning. Silver at 73. I told y'all she's going to 75. You're gonna go to 75. So let's start putting some questions out there. I know we got a lot of new people in the chats. I know we got a lot of new people in the organization, and we also got a lot of new people on the live because there's only 66 people in here and 30 thumbs up. So if you're the 30 individuals that did not click the thumbs up, don't ask no questions. Don't be asking questions if you haven't even clicked the live. Keep your concerns and your troubles to yourself. I am not here to help you. I feel like the music might be a little bit too loud. I don't think it can get lower though. Yeah, it can't get no lower than that. Actually, I like this one. Let's go back to the 70s funk. Let's get that 70s funk. Yeah, let's get that 70s funk. Yeah, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. As you start asking questions, I'll start diving in. What do you think you're struggling with? What do you wish you could recognize in the charts a lot faster than what you're doing right now? Like, these are the type of questions that you should be seeking, like how to play the gaps. Well, it depends on how big the gap is. It depends on, so for an example, this is gold. If I was to trap the daily wick, I would have to literally go 2 days ago, and go, yo, that's the most dominant wick. So whatever is going to happen, do we have news today? Today's the 25th? Yeah, CPI. So you have CPI this afternoon. So imagine, whatever news is going to happen is going to fill gaps, Jose. So if I'm looking at the day right now, I go, and gold just dropped from a consolidated area, and now she's trying to refill that area. So in order for her to come up here, as we always say, what do you see? What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? Type it in the chat. The market is full of patterns, and it just happens on different time frames. It's something you can play. Boom, right there. Boom, back down. Boom, back up. You understand that? You understand that? Like, that's what you see. That's the daily. That's the daily. So I go, how do I get to this? I go, all right. Let's delete it. Let's delete it. Caroline, what up, mama? Boom. Let's go about right here. That's a W. That's a W. That's the inside of the W for sure. The first leg of the W. First leg of the W. So the next leg would have to basically start dropping from here. So I go, yo, if she's sitting at a 45.68, something news could push her easily to a 47.40 or 47.37. You see? So that would be your gap. Yo, what do you mean somebody else is opening my shit? Stop playing with me, gang. Stop playing with me, gang. We got boom. Yeah. 47.40. 47.37. Sell gold. All right. So, how you will play that gap? Right here. Boom. You see that gap right there, Jose? Hey, come on. What are 4 hours? Let me make it big so I can point that gap out. Here it is. How do I take all my setups? Sounds like you need to have a shrink right now. Sound like you need to shrink. So you see that gap right there, Jose? You see that gap? I'm pointing right to it. If you don't see it, I'm gonna leave that right there, and we're gonna make it even bigger for y'all. So y'all can see that gap. See that gap right there? I personally, if I'm playing this gap, I won't take my first entry until it gets to the top of the gap, right here, top of the wicks right there. That's where I'll take my first entry. You understand that? That's how you play them. So imagine I just gave you a 30 pip zone. I'm just gonna stretch it out. Boom. Look. You see? That's trading in the gap one-on-one. You see? Soon as it got to this area, that's where my zone is at. So it gives me enough room to say, you know what? I'm not jumping in here. I'm not jumping in here. I'm jumping in right there. And that's where you go. It broke this little area right here, and now sellers fully come in. Life is good. Life is good. You got that, Jose? So that's how you will play that go zone right there. You just literally go, all right. And what does that mean on the higher time frames? That means you're going to play the middle of the W, bro. You see? You're going to play at the middle of the W. Right there. Boop. Like that. You see that? Boop. That's your middle. These are your grounds right here. You see? These are your grounds. This is where the W started. That's where she started. So you got all the way here, boom, drop back down, boom. Because I still see gold dying. I still see gold dying. I could never understand the initial gap setup. Must this from the start. Thank you, Mr. You might have to retype that, kind-hearted. Because you started speaking DJ Mustard language. That's all I heard was mustard. That's where my brain went. Wait a minute, kind-hearted. Wait a minute. That's you, David. Ain't that you, David? I keep forgetting. It looks clear now. Y'all see that, right? Y'all understand that? The light bulbs come on? It's fucking David. It's fucking David. I know it's David. I think I'm going to change your name again. Got me again. I felt gay as hell. And I have a gay radar. Turn his TV off. Damn it, David. You got me. How do you choose which daily candle wicks to use for your overall range? I use the most dominant ones, Amanda. So if I just reset everything, just delete everything to answer your question. If I go to the day and I just look at this little daily setup right here, I want today's candle. I always want to trap. I always want to do this right here. As a trader, I always want to do this. Boom. You see? I always want to trap. This is everybody's biggest mistake. They trap the daily candle no matter what it looks like. But when you go to the 4 hour, look, when you go to the 4 hour, that makes your trade so aggressive. It makes it so aggressive. So that means if your zones are here, 30 pips, and you have a zone here, 30 pips, that's like hella aggressive because you're not giving the market any room to move. It's like you're saying, when you get here, you better buy. Or when you get here, you better sell. Like you better go up or you better go down. It's like just taking extreme risk. When you have so much information down here, this is information. So this shows me that if I use today's floor, Yesterday and the day before yesterday, it played all the way down here. So for me to buy right here, that's setting myself up for failure. Not saying that it's not a buy area. I'm saying it's very risky for the less reward, the least amount of reward. A lot of times I see a candle down and match an equal level of the candles beside it, red or green, and retrace that entry candle. How do I recognize it sooner to capitalize? All right, I think I understand what you're saying, Brett, but we'll get into that. Are you talking about the daily? Is your gold sale from a couple of days ago still valid? 4,700 or 46.97. Everything is valid if it ain't touched. Everything is valid if it ain't touched. It's still a good zone. If I saw it 2 days ago, then shit, it's let it rain, let it rain, let it rain from the hills of Valhalla. So let me stay focused. All right, so you understand that. That gives you an aggressive trade. So watch this. It's the end of the month. You have news coming in. You have CPI news coming in at 12. So I always look for the most dominant wick, meaning the most dominant rejection. That's that. So it's 2 days ago. So I'm like, what I notice is when you have dominant rejection, price actions like to retrace back into those areas. Like that's a very common thing to do. And it likes to create patterns. So I personally like trading patterns versus trading like order blocks or trading like anything. I like trading patterns because the market is full of patterns and frequencies. So I go, yo, that's the middle of the W. I either going to play the middle of the W and play it down, or I'm going to wait for the W to form the last leg, and I play the last leg of the W. So when I'm looking at this daily W forming, I go, yo, I want to play the last leg of the W. That is the most rewarding trade that I can choose with the least amount of risk and the highest amount of reward. So I go, yo, that's going to take patience. So I go, yo, where will be my bottom? Where would I buy? I would buy at the double bottom. Boom. You understand that? So that's why I chose this. Where do I start at the top? I would have to start and put my daily roof where I presume the actual middle of the W will reject. Meaning here, I believe she will reject from there because that gives us the middle of the W, which gives us that 40 pip, that 30 pip zone right there. You see, that's what it gives you. And that's how we roll. That's how you roll. Because if I scoot this up to where I had it, boop, that gives you 47.40 to 47.37. There's your gap. So when I say, okay, I'm a day trader, what time frame do I like to take my entries on? I like to take my entries on the 4 hour. So there she goes. Is that middle of the W risky? Yes, because the 200 is right here. You see that? The 200 is right here. So that's a very risky area. But if I go back to the past, I go, yo, that area really never held. So if I get a really big green candle coming in here, I will for sure say, yo, that's not valid. That's not valid. It's not valid. Maybe the middle of the W is here and the start of the W is here. You see? That's how you have to look at it. That's how you have to look at it. So I go, yo, would I get action here? Hell yeah. So that's why I say that's a scalp. That would be a scalp trading in that gap on the 4 hour from the 47.40 to the 47.37. Okay, on my PC now, what I was trying to say was on the initial setup of the gap, buying or selling, wait until it gets to the highest point. I must have missed this until you mentioned it today. Yes. It makes much sense. Wait a minute. David, you drinking Slim Fast? Ain't that shit from the 1990s? How old are you, David? Damn it, David. Slim Fast. I hope that answers your question, Amanda. Brit, you're next. But back to David. Are you black, David? This is my next important question I might want to ask. David, are you a Negro? Please answer. Are you a Negro, please? Answer me, sir. Oh shit. He said I'm not. I'm 54. Explains drinking sim class. Explains drinking sim class. Damn it, David. That's hilarious. Well, David, I'm glad the light bulbs came on for you today. God bless you, my brother. Since you're not a Negro, everything I was going to say to you is irrelevant now. Sorry, sir. Sorry for the mistaking you for being melanated. See, this is what happens when I get too much sleep. So again, 4740. 54, not black, kind-hearted. I like it. I like it. I like it. Any scalps right now, Eric? I don't know, Eric. I don't know. We'll start diving in. I'm not trying to be aggressive. I'm not trying to be aggressive. You know, I don't want to be aggressive this morning for no reason. At the end of the month, midweek, let the market see what she's going to do, and then we're going to ride her out. We're going to go with her. So we're going to come back to gold because she has some really big gaps. US 30 from last night, she kind of played us. She played out, then she didn't play out, then she moved up, but she's still sitting in that same little area. She's still sitting in that same little area. That's why I always call her Dirty 30. Dirty 30. So a lot of the indices really need to play themselves out. So somebody asked about order blocks. That's funny, Keith. So are you saying wherever I catch the W, I would be able to take it all the way back down to the 4100s? Now, where did you get that information from? You talking about the bottom of the W? Wait a minute, let me go back to gold. You know, I smoke a lot of weed, so you didn't confuse me. Yes. If you're selling from up here, you can take her back down to the 4100s, to the bottom of the W. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Can we find an entry on US 30? Of course, we can always find an entry on US 30. So let me give you also, guys, my theories on pattern trading. When I trade on a pattern like a W, all right, just for you guys. Oh shit! Hold on. Don't you die on me, mouse. When I recognize the pattern, you never really catch this part of it, the first leg of it. You always see this, kind of like what we see right here. You always witness this, and you start saying, yo, that's the middle of the W. So versus trying to trade here and say, yo, she's finna go back down right now, let her fill a gap, which is the 4 hour. Let her fill that little gap between the 47.40 and the 47.37 and see what we get. See what type of reaction we get. We can get major sellers in there. So if major sellers where we just get a 60 to an 80 pip drop out of there, immediately take partials, immediately put stop loss at break even and try to ride her back down if news allows it to just fly down to the bottom. Sometimes she can go down the way she came. Sometimes she can go down the way she comes up. You see this right here? Like this, and so it's like super hectic to ride. It's like riding a bull in the PBR. So you might not be able to stay on there long. So that's why it's important to have a goal if you're going to hit the middle of the W. I personally don't trade the middle of the W. This would be my zone. So I will use lower leverage just because it's the middle of the W, not just because it's a gap. It's because it's the middle of the W, because I'm trading the pattern. The gap is my entry. So when I say, yo, this is my entry here, I don't like trading the middle. So me personally, I'm cool with 100 pips, 150 pips. She come back up, take it again, another 60 pips, 80 pips, lower my leverage, take it again, like this. I'm cool with playing the middle like that. But when I'm waiting for a bigger play, I like to trade the last leg of the W and the last leg of the M. So what do I mean by that? Let me show you, beautiful people. I like to buy on the last leg of the W, and I like to sell on the last leg of the M, which is here. Boom. Put some 8s in the chat if you understand that. Put some 8s in the chat if you understand that. I personally do not like fiddling in the middle, and if I'm going to fiddle in the middle because it's intruding one of my zones, it is impeding into my zones, I will lower my leverage and I will take the trade just because I like to trade the gap. And because it does not play out, that does not mean playing in the gaps is literally not, it's bad. It's it's worth the risk. It's always worth the risk to take a trade that has filled a gap. It's always worth the risk. It's always worth the risk. So I only trade the last leg of it and the last leg of the M and the last leg of the W. That's because it's like, yo, you already gave me half my pattern. Now just give me the last leg. Can you adjust from hold on, what you say? Where Brit at? Where Brit at? What Brit asked? Let me go back to Brit. I said I was gonna go back to him. A lot of times I see a candle come down and match an equal level of the candle besides it, red or green, and retrace that entire candle. How do I recognize it sooner to capitalize? I mean, you're talking about trading from candle to candle? Which time frame are you talking about, Brett? What are signs that patterns What are signs that a pattern like that won't play out? All right. Watch this. If this is the middle of the W and we wanted to do this, it comes up here, retest here, and keep going up. That shows you that it's not going to play out. Here's an M. Boom. If the M comes up right here, comes to make that middle leg of the M, and then just keep coming down. There it is. So let me show it to you on something. Let's see silver. Silver looks like it's about to make a W, so it looks like a sell position right here. It looks like a sell position right here. You see? It looks like it's going to do the same thing. This is the daily. Boom. 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 You see? Looks the same. There's a W. Let's go. We'll find an M somewhere. Let's go find an M somewhere. US 30. Middle of the W. Slingshot. Aggressive, but you can sell. It's aggressive, but you can sell. Somebody said, find a position on US 30. She's right back at that slingshot. Boom. 4 hour. That's an old sell zone. That's an old sell zone of mine. That's an old sell zone. So let's be safe. That's a big candle. It can fill this gap right here. You see that gap right there, y'all? Y'all see that gap right there? You're gonna have rejection here. So open bail, you might take a trade right here, one of my old zones. You might take a trade in my old zone right here. But this is where she's going for sure. And if she comes here, she'll come here. So I would look for like really only like kind of like buys, depending on the news. But I'm looking for an M. Let me stay focused. NASDAQ, do you have any M's? Yep, there she goes. Right here. Boop. Here's an M. Oop. And a drop. Look at this. Look at the gap right there. Boom. Look at that gap. Holy shit. Finish the last leg. So imagine selling here, because you just see this M pattern. You see? Let's see if we can spot some more. There's a W right here. Boom, 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 boom. Right there, boom. Put some ones in the chat if you can see what I'm seeing. Yes, yes, they can happen at any time frame, doesn't matter. You can go down to the 15 minutes. The smaller the time frame, the riskier they will be. The riskier they will be. The riskier they will be, you see? Somebody said there is already a buy from early bag this morning. Well, that's good. That's good. All right, Steph. I can trap the week and the day and find the gap on the 4 hour, but when the zone plays out, it usually hits stop loss and then plays out. How do I correct this? Steph, I already told you this. Remember this. When your zones, you're finding that gap. Let's just do NASDAQ right now. Boom. Easy fix, mama. Easy fix. Easy fix. We'll get aggressive. Boom. Watch this. Boom. Boom. All right. Here's the gap. 4 hour. Bang. There it is. You have gaps right here. We got a 958 to a 988. Boom. Bang. There's a gap to buy. Here's a gap to sell. 571. Let's go. Let's go above it to 601. 601. Boom. All right. So watch this, Steph. Let's say the market pulls in here and you have your stop loss, say, right here. Say 88, so you're gonna have 601. So you're gonna have your stop loss right up in here, like 630, 631. Boom. If this is where your stop loss is automatically where you're putting, put your entries here. Bring your stop loss back here. Just that simple. Just that simple. If you're consistently getting your stop loss hit, put your aggressive where your stop loss is at and try that. When you mark up the overall range off the daily candle, how do you decide if the 30 pip zone will be above or below? According to the actual past, the information you get from the past. So if I go back to gold, boom. If I go back to gold and I see gold sitting at, for one, 45.82 on Forex, and I see gold sitting at a 45.79 on a futures, I go, yo, she's finna drop somewhere. So again, let's clear. Let's get the question. How do I determine if the 30 pip zone is gonna be above or below? So once again, here's my daily floor. Buy out. There's my roof. Boom. What's it, 740? Get it right there on the tip. So now, here you go. Bang. If I go right here, if I look right here in this zone, I don't see much on top. You see that? You see that right there? You see that right there? There's not much there. It's all the way back here. And there's also not much here. So I go, yo, 9 out of 10, it's going to just come into this gap, and then it's going to give you pips, 60, 80, 10, 100 pips, 200 pips out of this little gap. Because overall, I believe the market wants to what? Make the W. You understand that? That's why I will go inside the daily roof more than I would be likely to go outside. But I'm also knowing if she breaks the daily roof, she is well known not to come back. She's well known to stay above it for days. You see that? This is a daily chart. So when she broke on January the 19th, she stayed above it this whole damn time. You see, she just like recently right here, Thursday, March the 19th, a whole month, 30 days she played above it. Just literally like what, 5-6 days ago, she dropped back up under here. And now she's coming back to retracing that area, retrace that area again, boom, and then take back off. You see? You might need to go watch my last class. Go watch last class. I showed it. It's right there. It's right there. I showed that in my last class. That was yesterday's class. Yeah, people should be tapping that like button. We ain't got but like half the people typing the like button, but everybody light bulbs coming on. Of course. Stephanie, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. Like, there's no boundaries. There's nobody like you must do what's right for you and your broker. What works for you and your broker. You understand that? Like, if you trading the gaps on your broker is hitting your stop loss when you set it up, for one, move your entries to your stop loss because there's only a 60 pip difference or 600 pip difference, you see, or 300 pip difference. So move it there and try that consistently. Just try it consistently. Where we go? Is there a way on TradingView, Mister, to have the index values, maybe even VIX on the same TradingView chart for quick viewing? Of course. You got to have your account to be able to do it. You got to be able to have your account to go multiple screens, and then you do whatever you want. Yep, I always put stop loss and profits and let it ride. Only way to roll. Only way to roll. All right, Amanda. So for gold buy at 4101, the 30 pip zone will be inside the daily floor because there aren't any wicks at the data that crosses exactly. You see? That's exactly the technical analysis and the time. Like, that is exactly right. That's exactly right. And when you go to your 4 hour, that 4101 to the 4104, that produced the biggest fucking gap. You see? Look at this gap. So the market has to retrace back up in here. And these are swing buys. These are swing buys. What, damn it, David? If you ain't got TradingView yet, what you mean you ain't got TradingView? What you watching the markets on? Of course, liquid brokers have funded account. It's called Sway Funded. I noticed your photo too. I said, damn. Yay, thank you. That just clicked. There you go. There you go. So that saves you like so much drama. So that's how I can go. Like, watch this. I'm gonna let me skate with y'all real quick. How many people like skating? How many people like skating? Put some 8s in the chat. It's 4:40. Let me skate real quick. Watch this. NZDJPY. It's coming back to that same area. It's coming back to that same area where we was buying heavy at. Watch this. Boom. Boom. You can get aggressive. Why be aggressive though? Boom. Why be aggressive? Be patient. Be patient. Like, yeah. I chose this wick. I chose that wick because it automatically gives me a gap. 4 hour. Boom. Look at the gaps. Look at that buy gap right there. Boom. Right there. 967 to, let's go, 91.96. Let's go. Let's go right up in here. Like this. This is a nice little. Boom. You see? Like that. I can do that anywhere. IJPY. Boom. Daily. Remove. Literally repetition, y'all. Repetition, repetition, repetition. I chose the bottom of that wick and the top of that wick, that daily wick right there. It gives me the best play that I would want. Boom, right there in the gap. Trade the gap. Trade the gap. Bye, y'all. Big gap. Big gap, big drop. Boom. Y'all see how simple this is? Put some 8s in the chat if you understand the simplicity of what I'm doing for you, David. Do you understand the simplicity of technical analysis and fundamental analysis and situational analysis, sir? Do you understand? I'm in 323 at 5 on gold. You can use any broker, internal brokerage to buy and sell. Yes. Let me go back. They're not going to match on liquids. I'm pretty new to trading, and my trading view never matches what's showing on Liquid Pro charts. Is that just a glitch? So I explain that all the time. So let me guys give you guys a really quick clarity of what you're dealing with. TradingView is a platform that is allowed to mimic the market from T to T, from number to number, from second to second, mimic it live. Liquid Brokers is a broker. They don't have the right to mimic the markets from T to T, number to number, live to live. So what that means is their numbers will be seconds of, like, they'll just be off like smidgets. But what you guys got to understand, it's not the price that you're looking at on liquids. It's the structure of the candles. Because no matter the price difference from TradingView to liquids, the candle structure should be the same. Now, when the candles don't match, that is the glitch. Put some fire in the chat if that you understand that. Put a 2 in the chat if I need to repeat that. Let's continue finding something on GBPJPY. Boom. Close. Somebody also asked how to play order blocks. You don't even have to overthink order blocks. All you have to do is just grab they have an order block indicator. Look at this. Where's the order blocks? You have an order blocks indicators. Order blocks. Bye, y'all. Look. You see? Order block right here. Bearish order block. Tells you right there. Boom. Bearish order block. Sell right there. You see, I don't even need it. I don't even need it. Look at that. Sell right there. Bullish order block. Buy right here. You don't even need to think it. You got so many indicators that'll tell you. It's an order block finder. People can say, can you please tell me what indicator is that? Hell no. Learn how to see it without the indicator. Like, how long are you going to ride with training wheels? I use DCA. Okay, I got you, David. I see what you're doing. I got it. You see? Let's go to NASDAQ. So as you guys understand, like, it doesn't matter like what pair I'm looking at. You take me to Bitcoin right now. I don't care what it is. I reset the chart. Make it get her naked. Get the charts naked. Go to the daily and see what she twerking with. What you working with? Maybe you got a burqa on and I can't see. So I need to know what you're working with on the daily. Maybe you got everything covered. I don't know. I need to see. Assalamu alaikum, my sisters. So right here on Bitcoin, we already know Bitcoin moved crazy as hell. So I'm like, yo, that is the floor right there. I can't just put the roof right there. So I have to go to a dominant wick. And I have to go all the way over here because it's crypto, you see? It's crypto. So let's go. Boom. Crypto move wild and crazy. Bang. You see, there's my daily. There's my daily. So people say, man, that's 3,000 from pips. Well, she can drop from right here, just hella aggressive. I would have to tell you, like, bro, sell right now. Start selling right now. You see, there's that little data right there. That's all you got. That little data. So it's risky. You have to come down to the 15 minutes to really see it. And you go, no, bro, the EMA 9 is right there. So she's going to bounce. She's going to bounce right here. So I go, where would she bounce to? She got to bounce on top of the 71. So if she bounce on top of that, she retests and she continues going up. So I go, yo, over here, look for a buy position on Bitcoin and no sell position. You see, like this. So that's your daily? I go, bro, we don't even need a roof, but she dropping from the roof. Let's go to the 4 hours and let's find a buy. There it is. That's an aggressive buy right here. That's a slingshot buy. You can see it happen. Market came down right here, open up, drop down right here, boom. Slingshot buy right there. You also have trend line rejections on crypto. I like trend line trading on crypto. Boom. Bang. Trend line trading. So they say, what would you do with Bitcoin? Buyer right here. But right up in there. Boom. Trend line rejection. Is it aggressive? Of course. But so is crypto. Like that. I say if crypto travels right back in here, you see that? Even bring it to be smart, she'll come right here. Boom. I like that area. I like that area. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. You see? And you can see it coming. Look, you can see it coming. Boom. Ding, ding. Crypto. Crypto. Why would you use the top red wick? Why would I not use the top red wick? This right here? Or are you talking about the, what are you talking about? All the way over here? It's too far over. It's too far over. Look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 days ago, 8 days ago. So when I do my weekly high, that'll really kind of like give you that right now. That's last week. So you go boom, you'll cover here, boom, for a weekly high, for a weekly roof. And you will go down here for a weekly floor right there. That's your weekly, which gives me my daily in the middle of my weekly, you see? So you go boop. You start going, yo, what do we got on today? Boom. Daily floor. Boom. Right there. Bang. 450. And remember I said for the daily roof, I would have to come all the way over here. But that's the weekly roof, so I don't even need it. So that's why I said I wouldn't even be looking for sales. I'll just look for a buy position unless I want to take the risk of selling to this little buy position. You see, like that. That's what you have to do your analysis on. You see? So that's what you have to consistently do your analysis on and go like, yo, there's a gap on the week. Do I wait for that to sell, or do I buy back up here and then I ride her up here? That's the more important. Because if you look at what Bitcoin did, she went from 75,000 all the way down to 67,000. She broke the 70,000 marker, which is right here. In order for her to get back to 72, 73, she has to retest the 70,000 right here, the floor, right here at 70,000. So when she retests this zone, guess what she's going to do? Boop, she's going to come up. She's going to boop, hit that zone, bang, break the zone, break the area. She'll go from the 71s to the 72s, which is right up in here. Boom, then she'll hit 72 again. She'll retest the 71. Boom, then she'll go up 72, 73. Bang, hit this area, bounce back down to 72. Boom, hit 74. Boom, back down to 73. Boom, 75. Boom, hit 75, almost going to the 7,600. Die, bitch, gotcha. Like this. Like that's what she likes to do. And then if you go to your line chart, you'll see, bang, like this. That's what she likes to do. That's what she likes to do. So there is at the highest for the support and lower for the resistance. That's what those lines in the wicks are. Exactly. Stephanie, all the entire chart you look at, all the wicks, the lines are support and resistance. Oh yeah, I'm going backwards on your ass right now, David. So you are not choosing the currently daily candle. So how do you choose which wicks? The most dominant one, Steph. Just the most dominant wick. But I'm using 2-3 days. I'm not going 5, 6, 7, 8 days. Like, you know. So I'm only using. And if I don't have a daily like roof, then that means there's no sales. Like you just got to find buys. That's exactly what that means. That's exactly what that means. You just need to find buys. I really can't help more. Sorry, doing my best. Okay, so you are not. Oh yeah, I just answered that. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody got any more questions for your boy? Be like Bill Clinton. I want to unveil those bitches. I want to unveil them. Morning vibe. Let's get some jazz. Let's get some jazz.
If you're a man who makes at least $150K a year and you feel self-conscious about your gut sticking out, I'll get you shredded or...
Bro, get out of here. These online coaches be tickling the hell out of me. They be tickling me. Let me show me Nas again. Let's go. Nas is actually moving sideways, to be honest. She's moving sideways right now. So let's go here. Boom. I like this zone right here. Yeah, we're gonna go to the 200. So I think we went to the 200. Yeah, we went to the 200. So I'm looking for buys on NAS. I'm looking for buys right down up in here. 23,965 to 995. That's where I would buy it. Boom, boom, boom. Now, if you see a big red candle just come down, let me show y'all how to play these zones. You see a big red candle just come down here and then wig back up in here and close back up into that zone. The following candle will retest that zone, and then the zone will play itself out like that. They should be giving me a thumbs up. They should be giving me a thumbs up. We ain't even hit 100 thumbs up. We had 170, almost 180 some people in here. You use those daily levels for W's and M patterns and then consider the EMAs for how price will move? Absolutely, Amanda. Absolutely. 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 I love seeing patterns. I love seeing. Let's get out of the zones. Watch this, Amanda. So several things you're going to see me trade on. You're going to see me trade trend line rejections when I want to scalp. So you see this little trend right here that is happening on the 4 hour. If you do not see that trend, you can say boom right here from that gap, buy out. There's a trend right there. So if I want to take risk, I go, yo, there's another buy area right there. You see right here, look. So when I see these at 4 in the morning, I go, yo, you guys, that's more aggressive than my zone. My zone is safer in case news just dump. But if news is weak, then that's a buy area you'll get in another like hour and a half in open bail, where the market will barely move, and then she'll just do this right here, Amanda. Come from where she's at, right there, boom, and then jump off. You see, to this level here. She can come like this, right there, because she has buying power right here. You see that? And then that will give you maybe, that's like 3,000 pips. That's like 3,000 pips. You see, that's like nothing right now. Yep, that happened to gold yesterday, Max. Y'all got that? Y'all got that? So I like trading trend lines. I like trading break, close, retest. So let's say gold. I'm looking at gold right here, and gold comes and closes over here. She closes over here. Then I go, yo, that's a break, close, retest. Sell from here and catch the drop. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum assalam. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. What are you seeing right now? What are you seeing right now? What do you see right now on the 4 hour oil? What are y'all seeing? From here, boom, here. So that means she still have room to drop. That means she needs to drop here. And then she comes back up because of war. You see? Now, this could be a fake out. This could be a fake out, and she could come all the way back down here, and then people start saying, yo, the price of oil at $80 a barrel is worth more. That's a better price. And then that's how you'll see the W not play itself out, but then come back down here. You see? So my place to buy oil, I would say, would be in the 80s for a long-term buy right here. You see? You can ride her up here. Bang. $30. Look at her, just everything is sitting still, to be honest with you. You have to go such to a smaller time frame to just get something, get action. Here's your 1 hour. Your 1 hour will for sure come back to this consolidated area, and she will buy up from about right up in here. That's for sure. Slingshot. the entry right at the slingshot. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it right at the slingshot. 485. Let's go. Yep. 46,482 to 46,456. 452. Let's change it. There it is. There it is. So watch this. Let's see how I can find that. This is the 1 hour chart. I find this little sniper trade as an aggressive trade. Something we can see probably the next like 30 minutes. We don't have 30 minutes. Oh shit, I'm like, it's 5:02. Fuck, I need to go. I need to go to the gym. I'm tripping, y'all. I'm tripping. Yeah. I'm tripping. Yeah. That's aggressive as hell. So y'all might get this area right here. I don't like that. I like this better. Yeah. I like 427 to 446, 397 to 46429. I like that. I like that area. Yeah. Let the market do what it needs to do. But I gotta go, y'all. I can do it all, bro. All the charts and marking Mr. H does, it works with anything. That's right. That's right. Could you show gold again? Bo, 100 push-ups. 100 push-ups, Bo. I don't think we did anything on gold. She's just sitting there. So we ain't do nothing on gold. She's just sitting there. We did 47.40 to 47.37. Sell in the gap. I know we did that. I know we said that. But I love you guys, man. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all screenshots. Y'all make sure y'all tag me on social media. Y'all make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all subscribe. We have officially hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. This is like my third YouTube channel. So we have officially hit 5,000 subscribers. That's what's up. We should be at like 10,000 for sure. For sure. We should be at 10,000. They be hoeing me over here. They be hoeing me over here. Maybe because maybe because I'm not with the agenda, you know? Maybe because I'm not with the agenda. So that's why they keep me hidden on the algorithm. But I love you guys. Y'all like, share. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share the live, tag me, and go from there. Y'all make sure y'all comments. I appreciate everybody that commented on yesterday's live. It was amazing. Felt amazing to see the notifications. I said, they're listening. They're finally listening. They're finally listening. So God bless you guys. Trade safely. Enjoy your day. Make the rest of your day the best of your day. Deuces, beautiful people.